Bonjour. Hello. Gilacasla. Je m'appelle Joëlle Samson et j'ai l'honneur de vous présenter le candidat de la chefferie du NPD du Canada, Tanille Johnston. My name is Joëlle Samson, and I have the honor of introducing federal leadership candidate for the NDP, Tanille Johnston. Before I go further, I want to take a moment and acknowledge that we are gathered on Treaty 1 territory, at the crossroads of the Red and Assiniboine rivers, in a historic gathering place for the Anishinaabe, Inayawak, Anishinaabe, Dakota Ote, and Dene Sulene, and in the birthplace and homeland of the Red River Métis. Nous reconnaissons aussi que l'eau fraîche que nous boivons dans cet édifice vient du Shoal Lake 40, qui est situé dans le territoire du traité numéro 3. When Tanille asked me to introduce her here on this stage, I was really flattered, but mostly I was super surprised. First, nobody knows me here. I was born in Gatineau-Hull and raised, yay! and raised mostly in BC. I'm a longtime NDP voter, union activist, mother of 2 lovely Indigenous children, librarian by trade. Yeah, I was hoping. But the reason I'm here is I'm Tanille's friend. Yeah. And as Tanille's friend earlier this year, I told her not to enter this race. This suggestion was absolutely not a reflection of Tanille's ability, grit, and determination. I knew she would kick ass. The suggestion came from one of concern for my dear friend who had just ran a grueling campaign in North Island Powell River just a few months before. I knew that Tanille would give this leadership race her all, like she does in every aspect of her life. And I was concerned for her, but I was wrong, and I am so happy to admit that I was wrong. Born and raised in Campbell River, BC, from the Winnipeg First Nation, Tanille possesses a tirelessness that is unmatched. She is compassionate, enthusiastic, and extremely intelligent. She is exactly what this party needs to rebuild and come out stronger than ever before. Not long ago, when I was marveling at all that Tanille takes on, from fostering youth in her home while serving multiple communities through her work, raising 2 small children, and being the only progressive voice on a pugnacious city council, among a bunch of other things, she explained that that's how she wants to show up in this world. And man, does she ever show up. Traveling to urban and rural centers alike, her aim as a politician is to hear from folks around the country, to understand the issues that are most important to them, and then piece together creative solutions. And that's what we need, a tireless, creative thinker who truly cares about the people she represents. Quand Tanille a pris sa décision finale de se lancer dans la course de la chefferie, la toute première chose qu'elle m'a dit, c'est qu'elle avait besoin d'apprendre le français. Ce n'est pas une langue facile à apprendre, mais son enthousiasme est contagieux et elle ne fait jamais les choses à la moitié. Et c'est ça qu'on a besoin comme chef de la NPD. Quelqu'un qui est infatigable, créatif et soucieuse du bien-être de tout qui vit au Canada. I am proud to call Tanille my friend, and I am even prouder of all that she has done throughout this campaign and what she will continue to do for our country. Please join me in welcoming the formidable Tanille Johnston.
and the first Indigenous person to ever appear on a federal political party leadership ballot in Canadian history. It's not just about representation. We live in Canada, one of the wealthiest G7 countries in the world, yet we have people across Canada that are struggling just to get their basic needs met. This leadership race is a real change, and I'm here to shake things up.
Hello, Canada's New Democrats. What is up? How are we this morning? So if you haven't heard, I am Tanille Johnston. I'm a proud Licklistuff woman from the Winnipeg First Nation. I am a social worker, a mom, and a Campbell River City Councillor. And I am so incredibly proud to stand before you, not only as the first Indigenous woman to run for federal leadership, but the first Indigenous person ever to be on a federal leadership ballot. And I am so incredibly grateful that that piece of political history now lives with the NDP. So I want to start a little bit backwards. I want to start with what's truly most important in this work, and that is an absolutely huge thank you to you, the membership. Without you, there is no party. There is no movement. So thank you to the tirelessness of the volunteers that have worked unfathomable hours across these leadership campaigns, to the friends, family members that have taken on additional loads while we as candidates have been rushing across the country to do our best to ensure that you, the members, know that the House of Commons ain't seen nothing yet. Okay, so I really want to get you guys going. We've got a little bit of a game, and I hope you like it, so get ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer you a line from one of my fellow candidates and see if you can guess who I'm talking about. Okay, ready? Are you ready? Okay. Go, first one. Representation, regeneration, redistribution, and redesign. Tony. We need proportional representation. Ah, tricky. Good, it should be, because I feel we all want proportional representation. Okay, ready? Look, listen, I know how to beat conservatives. Heather McPherson, woo! We need an electric bus revolution. Bobby. Okay. Polyera is slicker than snot. Rob Ashton. I'm here to smash glass ceilings. Woo! Thank you. So when we launched this campaign, the political insiders and talking heads ignored us. They cut us out thinking a rural campaign from almost as far west as you can get from the center of the universe on Vancouver Island could never make waves on the national stage. They underestimated exactly who we are and the strength of the grassroots. I love being able to say, hey, still here. We have prioritized voices that are often heard last or not at all. We have walked our talk. We've gone rural. We did campus clubs first. We maintain our presence on the debate stages at every opportunity. And we did it with a campaign fueled entirely by everyday people. Joëlle says she doesn't know why I asked her, but you guys all know damn right why I asked her. Right? Get no? Uh-huh. Librarian? Yes. Everyday person. Champion. That's what the NDP is made of. That's who we are. So despite the cost of the entry fee, we raised over the six figures from thousands of individual donations, from little tiny ones. I met a student when I was at Western University who offered me a $5 donation on the spot because that's all that they could afford. And I want that person to know that that moment has not escaped me. It was both heartbreaking and such an honor at the same time. Now, I'm not someone that grew up with a silver spoon in my mouth. I've worked long and hard my entire life. My dad was a mine worker, and my mom ran a small business. They absolutely taught me and demonstrated for me what hard work looks like. They showed me the reality of what you need to do to strive to be successful in this world. I got my start in politics from fighting in the student movement at the University of Victoria. And I know some of my fellow students are here today. Fighting for, yes, free post-secondary education. My 20-year battle. Tuition freezes, sounding familiar. East Coast, you know where it's at. Carpooling from Vancouver Island over to UBC to push back and show up against anti-abortion movements. As a social worker, I've spent my career fighting against systems at every level that are built to keep people struggling, built to increase the divide from the 1% to everybody else. As a city councillor, sitting at a table of conservatively aligned councillors, I see the disregard for the value of our arts and culture community and a classist approach to decision making. And this is not what the future of our country looks like. The future of our country does not look like big banks making $200 million a day while you struggle to put food on the table. It does not look like big oil and wealthy CEOs writing the rules while everyday people pay the price. It does not look like continuing to pump $30 billion a year into fossil fuel grants while watching our earth burn and our watersheds be threatened. And it absolutely does not look like our nations across the country living in third world conditions in our country, without drinking water, without roads, without access to health care. I'm running because I believe in unapologetic dedication to our own path on the left. And you'll notice what side of the room I came in on. Intentional, friends. I believe in an unwavering dedication to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. We as the NDP should be championing democracy both inside and outside of ourselves. This looks like accessibility at conventions, and I know you've heard that today. This looks like ensuring our commissions have what they need to feed the momentum of our party in an inclusive way. This also looks like ensuring that all Canadians have ballot boxes in not only geographically and physically accessible spaces, but spaces that they identify as safe. There are numerous nations across this country that do not and have never had a ballot box in their community, and we need to support our electoral bodies to ensure that ballot boxes are where they need to be to support democracy in our country. Our campaign for federal NDP leadership sees our future Canada, our tomorrow Canada, as one that brings forward policies that fundamentally change the well-being of people's lives. A guaranteed livable basic income to end poverty in Canada. A real wealth tax so that billionaires finally pay their fair share back to communities. A federal housing authority that builds mass co-op, truly affordable public housing so that everyone has a place to call home. And yes, folks, I'm going to end my 20-year battle and get free post-secondary education so young people can build a future without drowning in massive debt before they start their careers. We're going to do mass, right now, investment in renewable energy. And why not start with the East-West energy grid and plant that beginning in our Atlantic provinces? We must fund wages and healthcare coverage for workers that are moving from their finite industries into these renewable ones. This means wage and coverage that matches while folks are retraining or upgrading to enter their new beautiful green unionized career. As your leader, we are going to move beyond empty promises on reconciliation. We are going to build real nation-to-nation relationships and keep fighting for our rights to be backed by actual laws and sustainable budgets. We're going to close the infrastructure gap. We're going to support Indigenous entrepreneurs. We're going to create hundreds of thousands of good union jobs all along the way. Because justice must show up in the budget. Our future looks very bright, doesn't it? So for those who love policy, I'm going to give you one more. 4-day work week. So for us to win these fights and get all this beautiful stuff moving in Canada, we need a party that honors its roots in the working class, our farmers, labor, while being radically accessible to everybody else. We need free NDP memberships so that a paywall is not the barrier for folks joining our movement. We need to welcome the youth through providing paid internships where they can guide our policies and election strategies. We need the over 20% of our population that lives with a disability to have a place in leadership in our party. Our work must be informed by persons living with disabilities to ensure that we're ditching ableist policies and bringing forward inclusion. Let's have ongoing and supported organizing capacity in our ridings every single day of the year, not just Election Day. Just like how WOB does it here in Manitoba. Old establishment wants you to believe that things can't change. This is the way we need to do it. They use fear and power to make us settle for the status quo. However, I am a stubborn optimist, and I believe in the power of community, the power of our movement. We now have a chance to write a brand new chapter for our new Democratic Party, a new era. An era where we lead with courage, integrity, and moral clarity. An era where we will be unstoppable. My campaign has led a movement that is rocking the balance of power into the hands of everyday people. We want a leader who listens. We do, if you want me, which is what I'm supposed to tell you. If you want a leader who listens, who turns the hope that you've been asked to have for decades into actual action, who truly believes we can win on our progressive values, I'm asking for your support. I'm asking for your number one on your ballot today. Bringing these little babies out. This is who we're working for, folks. These are our country's next leaders. Let's ensure that our governments see them. This has been an unforgettable experience. Getting to run for federal leadership. I am so honored to be here as your NDP candidate. Delegates, la merci. Thank you so much.